welcome. Ford Video Guy here for another video, and we are the Sunday before Supercell. So here we are. Hopefully this goes live either today or Monday, either Sunday or Monday. And I want to do a kind of a video to kind of review the finished product. I don't remember. I actually recorded a video on the last two things I had put on, but don't know if I ever edited them and had them go live. So we're going to cover, as a kind of a recap, everything we've done to the Bronco as it sits as we head to Supercell. And I'm going to also already packed up the Bronco just because my Monday nights and Tuesday is going to be pretty packed. And that just allows me to just pack my bag, but show you kind of the setup that I have for camping, because we are going camping. So don't forget, if you aren't subscribed yet, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and don't forget to hit the like button for me. Let's turn this camera around. I'm going to go over this Bronco here. As we've mentioned in other videos, this is a 2021 Ford Bronco. It is the big bin trim, 4-door, cloth top, as you can tell. Does have the 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine. But the first thing we did to this when we got it, one of the first things, actually the second thing, was we added the Roush package. The Roush package gave us the upgraded cold air intake in here, giving us at least 20 horsepower added to it. Plus it has the Roush exhaust as well with the black tips. Won't go in. The main reasons I got the Roush package was for those two things and for the wheel setup here. So it does have the 17-inch Roush wheels added to it. I do have the full video on Lon MacArthur's YouTube channel. I'll try to link it if I remember below. And then of course Roush doesn't include it, but Lon MacArthur did it in their package. The KO2 35-inch all-terrain tires that went along with this. The wider fender flares as well that they put on it. Added all that stuff to this, and some other things. All row of the mats does have a the console vault, the graphics as you can see there, as well as the little graphics, the USA flag here, the Roush graphics on the back, as well as the Roush graphics on the hood, which I really like, and the Roush banner graphics, if you can see that in the sun there. So there we go. And the Roush badging. So this is, you can tell this is like the first gen of the Roush packages. That year they only were doing so many of them. We were told they were only doing 100. And so those do not have the serialized number on here on these badges. But if you see the later gens, like 22 and 23, they actually have a number of what year they are. The first year did not have those on there. So, all right. So, other than that Roush package, we did switch out the grill. Did a video on that, of the install of the grill switch out. Did that myself, including the letters, because the grill did not come with the letters. I had to buy the letters separate and put them on. I didn't take the letters off of my big bin grill, so that way I can go ahead and sell the big bin grill if I want to. In fact, I have somebody I think is interested in it. We just need to meet up for that. Let's see, also what else? We did a bunch of other things aftermarket. Of course we did that. The grill was one of the first things I want to do. I did have some rock slide engineering the running boards that came down. Had them for about 6 months, did not like them, took them off. And it was an early gen to the Bronco, but ours just didn't quite operate correctly, and those magnets have to match up perfectly to it, and so we got a little frustrated with it. Wife started, I didn't like how they kicked out when you're getting in, when she wasn't thinking about it, so she just go get in and they hit her in their leg, that kind of thing. So we just said, hey, you know what, let's just go this route, and we're probably going to add some stuff at Bronco Supercell. We'll see to this. So anyway, so we did add the OEM rock sliders on it, so rock rails I should say. So it does have those. We did an install video on that as well. A couple other, let's just talk about the exterior. These aren't in order. You can see the install videos on all this, but we did add the rough country LED lights. I did go with the more expensive, I think they're $170 for the wider ones, these ditch lights, which I might have to change the angle on those as we get going. I actually haven't used them yet, don't need to use them here in the city, but added those to it as well. Does also have the tow hooks that I put in the front. I did not like the tow hooks that it had on it, so we went with these here that you can just install. Take the old ones and unbolt them off, and then put these on. Very easy. Did an install video on that as well, so you can check that video out too. So plug in my videos here. Does have the hood struts in here too, so let me pop that so you can see it. Engine bay is a little dirty, so disregard that. But we do have these, so you can see. So I had the dealership actually put those on. I was just running out of time and knew I'd be a little busy, so I had them install these when I had them drill for the next thing we're going to talk about, which I'll show you in just a little bit. But so that's installed. The wiring for my lights I did myself, and those are wired in, and I kind of have those taped off. In the video I don't think I showed that, but and then there is your cold air intake with the open view there for that, so pretty cool. And by the way, when I added the off-road, the Roush kit, I was getting like 16 miles per gallon before I added the Roush package and the stock 32-inch tires and such like that. But when we added, you know, the bigger tires and such, typically your fuel mileage goes down. But adding the cold air intake, I get about the same mileage. I'm getting about 16.3. So, all right, which I like that. I like the hood struts. That'll come in handy. If I want to show that off, I probably should take this in tomorrow and get it cleaned up, get that engine bay cleaned. Might do that. We'll see. You do that? Yeah, I'll do that, because that way she can pack up the Bronco Tuesday while I'm doing the live stream. All right, what else on the outside? Moving to the back here. We have it packed up, but I'll show you that here in just a little bit. But we do have these. This is the OEM branded tailgate table. Probably getting out of focus here. Sorry about that. Give me just a second. There you go. So do have that. Bronco on the back. It is scratched up. We had the grandson's wheelchair in here and didn't have it strapped down well enough, and it kind of got the back of the tailgate a couple times. But anyway, that'll be coming real nice and handy. So we have that. So we installed that. That is the other thing, along with the hood struts, that I had the dealership install. Everything else, other than in the Roush package, everything else I've done myself. So the other thing that I have is the IHE hood, the struts for the top. So that was one of the first things I installed myself, and it was really nice and easy to install. See, those come down right across there, and just allows for it not have to use a support arm for one. It just sits up there, right? But also allows it to go up on its own. So I just have to flip each of the levers on that on both sides, and it's just going to go up on its own. Also, when doing that, helps if you have the top down, helps it assist to push the top back up from clear down here when you have these side panels off, which I'll probably have off at Supercell quite often. So I had that installed as well in the Bronco, and we'll get into the camping gear in just a second. In fact, I might just leave that up for now. All right, and then inside we do have, you can take the car seat out for our trip, but we do have the IAG lights as well. So love those. If you're thinking of what's the first thing you need to get to your Bronco, I almost think that you should get those lights. Lighting in here is terrible, and probably a good idea to get those lights put in. There's lights on both sides, and gets so much light in here. And if I think about an editing, I might throw you the picture that I put on Instagram. But also the IAG loops here, grab handles to hold on to. Not really useful getting in necessarily. Usually, you know, you can use these on the front. I use the steering wheel with the handle, but they're really good if you're off-roading. You got the window rolled down and such. But there you go. That as well. Let's see what else. Also, we added the this bulletproof, or Bulletpoint. I call it bulletproof. Bulletpoint. I do need to rearrange these for the trip, because I actually don't use my cell phone while I'm driving. But I might want to record myself while driving. So I'm going to actually move that to that side over there, so I have a little bit better angle across to me. And then I'm going to move the GoPro mount up to there, here on as close to the middle as possible. So I'm going to rearrange those probably Tuesday morning before we leave. Anything else? I think that's about it. Probably forgot something. But anyway, oh, also Bimini top 2 that I put on myself. That was real easy to install, about 300 some bucks, about an hour to install it. Pretty much you just got to unbolt here in the middle to bolt that in, and then you just got to secure these in the front 2 spots. And as you can see, you can put that on. In fact, she took this for a drive earlier, forgot to latch that passenger side, but I can just fold those in, is what I do. Fold that and put it down into place, because if you actually put that in there before, then this actually gets in the way, so you're not able to. So you got to kind of bend it in, but you can snap that into place real nice and easy. So that way you don't have to like put the whole thing on. So kind of like that as well. So that is also something we added to the Bronco. So you can see most of the stuff we install ourselves. You know, didn't the Roush package, of course, you know, the exhaust and cold air intake and the graphics and such, I wanted to put on by a first class dealership knows what they're doing. I think I was the second Roush package that was received at the dealership, the GM being the first one. And then his was actually the exact same color and same build as my Bronco. Then he sold it, which is good. I'm like, get that out of town. Somebody else, but then somebody else that's in town also with Area 51 ended up adding the Roush package after me, and so there are still two of them driving around town. But anyway, all right, so pretty cool. I do like the build. Let me turn this around. Let's show you the camping gear we have that we're heading to, other than our luggage, of course. We'll need to put a luggage, but luggage is probably going to go in the middle seat, as well as my G Fuel at the bottom. I have a little bit of G Fuel, but not quite enough, but we'll see. So you'll have to be really good friends of me or a member to get a G Fuel at Bronco Super Cell if you do see me. But anyway, hit me up. You guys, the channels we support, you guys are going to be there. Of course, we'll give you one. All Train Nation give you a G Fuel as well. But let me turn this camera around and show you what I got here. So since we are doing the camping thing as well at I think Little River Campground, so here's some of the camping gear we have. So we are actually planning to sleep out of the Bronco. So we are going to be laying those seats down. And so these here are the mats. They are, and I'll show you this, Deep Sleep. So I'll give you links to these as well in the description. So these actually, there's two of them. They're called solo mats because they can be flipped either way. And they're pretty much going to go around the door and that cut and everything. And if you take that seat forward, it's 6 feet 6.5 inches, or 6 feet 6 inches I should say, long in here. So it's long enough for me, and these will fit perfectly in those spots, which is really nice. They have some little ones as well, right, that'll go into the rear wheel back here. So that's because this sits a little lower than the seats, it's going to go ahead and lay that down. I'll show you the setup when we get it all set up, tent and everything, when we get there. Of course, sleeping bags that I purchased just recently. We actually haven't gone camping in a long time, so we just upscaled everything. Got that. We do have the tent here, and this tent, let's see if we can get to a view here of this. This is the Napier brand Backroadz SUV tent, so it will go in and attach, and I did a video on this as well, try to maybe include towards the end the B-roll footage of that, putting up the tent. Real easy to put up, already put it up once. Attached it to the Bronco as well, so it will stick pretty much out from here and come out even with the tailgate open, and we'll have the big tent so we can get in there, move around real easily, but then we can sleep in here if it's cold, or we can put these on the floor and with the sleeping bags and sleep on those. So there you go, that's the setup for that. So what else we got back here? Any of you received this if you got an early Bronco? The old hang in there hammock. Haven't used it yet, but maybe we'll find a time to use it at Bronco Super Cell. We'll see. All right, also got some little pillows as well, so those are pretty cool. Quest, I got these at Dick's Sporting Goods. These pillows, I got these, the sleeping bags at Dunham Sporting Goods. So anyway, got all those. Let's see, got a Rough Country air compressor here. Try to get this zipped up for you guys so you can kind of see it there. So got the air compressor there that will plug into the battery, and then that way allows me to be able to go ahead and air up my tires. So pretty cool, and it even has the air gauge as well, so you know what it's at. So there you go. So I have that. I got this is a deflator kit, but I don't think I'm going to need it because I can use the air compressor probably, but that as well. I don't pull that out, but that'll allow me to deflate the tires. So if we plan to go off-road at least on one journey here while there, so we'll do that. Also have these coolers actually I've had for a while. Pretty cool little cooler in here, and actually it's a two-part cooler. It has wheels there and a little cart that you can pull it behind, and Nothing fancy, you'll need ice. So I might end up with this one, but I might borrow one from the dealership. So we have one that you can plug in, and we do have an outlet, a 12 volt back here that we can plug into it. I might be borrowing that one that actually will keep it at a certain temperature. But this one also comes with a backpack, which is really cool. So I can go ahead and throw some beverages in there, some ice, and carry it at the event, and be ready to go and hydrated for a long little journey across the site. There you go. What else we got back there? I also got some things further in the back. So we do have our camping chairs back there too. Wife said make sure mine is there. She has a rocking chair, camp chair, and then I have one back there too. So those are all everything we got for that. And I think that's about it for this this gear. So pretty cool. So as you can see, still plenty of room for our luggage, because the only thing else we need to add in here is going to be of course my G Fuel, which can sit right here or in the footwell. Also our bags. So we're gonna have our duffel bags with our clothes, and that's about all we have left to put in here is our clothes, and I'll probably have a backpack. You can see plenty of room to put it all in there. And of course, when we get the tent set up, we'll pull that. Most of that stuff will be out. The tent will be set up. Sleeping bags will be out. These will be out in the back here. You know, so other than that, you know, just need to put that in the footwell probably, and I might move it to there anyway. And then the cooler outside of that, everything else will be kind of laid out or in the chairs and such. So there you go. Pretty good little setup. So looking forward to it. Just need to get all packed up on tomorrow night, and we'll be set to go. So there you go. That is the last build. So we the Ford Video Guy. Hopefully you guys can tell that's what that says. So Ford Video Guy is headed to Bronco Super Cel with Mrs. Ford Video Guy, and so we'll be there. So if you're going to be there, let me know in the comments down below. Love to meet up with you and see you. We do have a couple members that are going to meet up with us, and also a lot of different other people that we met along the way in the last couple years for these Bronco community. Looking forward to meeting some of those old Bronco owners as well and become really good friends with them, and have a lifelong friends, and be able to do some off-roading and see the sights in the Smoky Mountains. Really looking forward to it. So again, pretty excited. So feel almost relieved. I can't wait to get on the road and get headed there in the Bronco And we'll see you guys there, hopefully. If not, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. Don't forget, make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell as well, because we are going to be doing some videos on this channel at Bronco Super Cel, showing you some of the cool Broncos and such like that. So you definitely want to make sure you're subscribed with that notification turned on so you can get notified for the next video that we have go live. And we'll do a bunch of videos, as well as check out our Lon MacArthur channel. That's where I do most of the videos, and I'm probably doing a bunch of content there as well. And if you're one of our members, you'll get to see, we'll see if we get every Bronco. That's the goal, is to get at least a picture of every Bronco at Bronco Super Cel for my members. So we'll see how that works out, but we'll be doing some special member videos for that as well, so make sure you're subscribed to that channel. But other than that, I think we're done. So we'll see you guys at Super Cel. Thank you very much for being subscribed and for watching, and we'll see you guys at Super Cel.